Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm having an audio problem. I don't know if I'm having it now or not. We're going to see something and we're going to check. Okay, we're checking. Okay, everything seems to be working now. All right. So let's get this going, all right? Of course, headline news is Tiger Woods flips another car and is arrested under suspicion of DUI, which is, according to him, will be medication that he's taking, prescribed medication for pain. But he refused a blood test, so we don't know what the drugs are. But he's in trouble again, and I don't know whether he's going to play in the Masters, and I don't know whether he can. I think it's time he just gave up and sat back and sipped Jack Daniels the rest of his life or something. I don't know. I don't like the guy personally, so that's, I don't like him because he's never going. He used to say to people he wasn't black, that he wasn't African American or anything like that. His father's black, well, colored. I don't know. I call him black. I don't know whether that's the right description anymore or not. If that's proper or not, I really don't care. But he wasn't really a nice guy. He always had to date blonde white women. I think he dated one black girl in his life that I was able to trace, but otherwise he dates blonde white women, and he wasn't a big spokesman for his people, which are the black people. So I just didn't like him for that, and that's sorry about that, Tiger, but that's the way you pissed me off, you know what I mean? The Houthis have joined the war, attacking Israel, sending a couple of missiles. I don't think they got there, but they sent them anyhow. It's just another aspect of the war that Trump says is over and we won, and he's full of shit, and you don't win those wars over there, okay? It just doesn't work that way. It's too damn far away. It's too damn everything, So you don't really accomplish much. Oh, sorry. Wow. Ooh. Now, see, ordinary other people edit that stuff out. I don't. That takes time and effort. These videos are natural. What you see is what you get, folks. Fat guy sitting in a chair, cleaning his computer screen while he's talking to you, That's me. Boy, I get a lot of... right next over here is my carving station, so I get a lot of dust over everything around here. So anyhow, I don't know what that's going to do. Just gives Israel more targets, I guess. Israel's in a genocide. Trump wants Gaza to be a playground for the rich and famous, or infamous in his case. I don't know whether that's going to happen. I think it would be, you'd have to really work at that, because they're just Jesus Christ. I have something going on here with my audio, and I have no idea what it is, but it's going on. All right. So, anyhow, I don't know whether, like I said, I don't know whether that's going to make a big difference in the war. It's just going to extend it, I think, and could make life a little bit more difficult for the shipping in the Strait of Hamas. But again, let's see what Trump comes up with. He says he's got deals going. I doubt it, because the people he's got involved in these deals are people used to making deals for themselves. They want to make money out of it. They're not going to do it that they're they're not going to get involved otherwise. All right, next up. Oh, no kings. Yeah, they've already started a lot of these marches across the country and actually in the world. And it's just showing that there's hundreds of millions of people that don't like Trump and his administration. And that's the thing that's where you have to understand something. You can't remove him, because if you remove him, you're not removing his administration. You have to get rid of everybody. And that takes a general election more than anything else, But you can't, otherwise you'll instead of getting things fixed and accomplished, you'll be spending all your time in Congress impeaching people and trying to remove them. So this is, let's get to the chase. Let's, show the world that we're fed up with him, and let's get rid of him and then move on to the next person in line, which is Vance, and get rid of him, and so on and so forth and so on, until we get down to some people that are honest. I don't care if the Republicans or Democrats. I'm not going to sit there and say that every Democrat is suited to be president. I don't think Kamala Harris is suited to be president. I don't think she'd be a good president. I think she'd pull a Trump, because she's too pissed off to be a decent president. You can't go in there pissed off. AOC, I think she's a little young for international politics. So I'm not sure who you're going to go get, but Governor Newsom isn't the right one either. He's too much of a pig-headed politician. So I don't know who's going to go, but, in the beginning, whoever you can get in there, is what you should go with, all right? So what's next? Oh, hackers hacked FBI Director Patel's personal email. There was nothing good in it. There was no porn, no schmut, no nothing. Just common shit. People say it was old stuff. It's just an archive, and I don't believe that. Otherwise, they wouldn't have bothered keeping it sealed like that, and made it difficult for anybody to get into it. So it took a hacker to break into it. And I think they just showed, this isn't the first time he's been hacked. He's pretty much of a novice when it comes to security, and the FBI is not the greatest people in the world for keeping secrets, but they do a better job of it than most. But that's, I wonder who guards him. If the FBI supply his bodyguards, or the Secret Service supply their bodyguards, I don't know. Somebody's got to protect his girlfriend too. Sweet little piece of ass that she is. She's after the position and the money he has. There's nothing else going on there. So, but he's, he is what he is. Apparently, the GOP's getting scared. If Trump loses, and they have a Democratic Congress or and Senate that a majority, they're worried about all the investigations they're going to have. Unless you can get Congress and the Senate shouldn't do the investigation. It should be done by law enforcement. Criminal charges should be pressed, and the Congress should spend time fixing the things that Trump screwed up. Not everything is bad, okay? Some things need modification. The immigration policy needs modification. You need better trained enforcement agents and stuff like that. You don't, and mass deportations aren't working. So you just he's going to give that as an argument, constantly, that you let me, if I'm not elected, if you don't keep the Republicans in power, you're going to have immigrants everywhere. Well, at least you'll have dishwashers and landscapers and construction workers you don't have to worry about, because that's going to be AI. So there's not going to be any work for those people anyhow up here. Maybe in Canada, maybe in some other countries that aren't going to be totally dependent on AI like we are, which is just another dumb thing that we're doing. But you know, what can I tell you? And let's see. The House rejected the Senate's bill to restore the funding to ICE and everybody, but then there's a bill that's they weren't going to fund ICE, but they were going to fund every other FEMA and all these other people. Now they don't know, but Trump has ordered to pay for the TSA agents, but I doubt very seriously that's going to make any big difference in what's going on. We'll wait and see. It's going to be a horrible holiday weekend. People are leaving as early as 8 hours before their flight at the Houston airport, which is really screwed up. Which, for me says, I'm not flying out of that airport, folks. That ain't happening. It's screwed along lines, I'm just not going to go anywhere right now, I don't have to fly to Houston. I did, my niece did that one time. She somehow or another, when she goes to San Francisco, flies to Houston and then San Francisco, which it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but Chicago's not just as bad, so, I guess you have to figure out what you want to do and then you got to go do it. All right, I think that takes care of what I had written down. Go back to Tiger. I think that's a real shame. But I think he brings a lot of that upon himself. He's just, he was all full of himself. He was very conceited. He was the best in the world. But shit happens, and he didn't expect the shit to happen. He had a fault, and his fault was alcohol and drugs and blondes, and all of that shit came back to haunt him. He expected women to fall all over him, and he dated that skier, and that wasn't a good idea. That woman was smarter than as much of an athlete, if not more of an athlete than he was. What, they were going to do all this acrobatic sex? Good for you, dude. That because you can do it doesn't mean it's going to be good. You know what I mean? You gotta understand there's two people involved in sex, so you gotta have one. You gotta be able to do it the right way so that you can get people to talk to each other. Didn't I give you your cookie? Hold on a minute, Lucy. I think I gave you your cookie. You got your cookie already. Yes, you did. You got your cookie already. Go lay down. Yeah, I'm not giving you another one. She's been very strange to me today. She was ignored me all morning, and then ignored her friends. The little Shih Tzu that comes around, and she loves it. The woman that owns that Shih Tzu should be a professional model. She's got a personality that's. I don't think she has any idea she's as pretty as she is, which is strange. Usually women that are that good looking know they're that good looking and they flaunt it. She doesn't do that, so who knows? What else is going on? I don't know. Let me check out something here real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Excuse me. That's all our kings for 10 soldiers were injured in attacks on Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. That's not good. They're going to get involved. They have very good Air Force, and they have very modern army and everything, so I don't think you want to go against them, but I don't think they want to go against another country in their area. Uh, Everybody wants revenge on somebody else. It doesn't work, folks. So I don't know why they. Okay, I think that's about it. Trump's big story is that he can't make up his mind what he wants to do. In other words, he doesn't know whether to shit or get off the pot. So we'll just leave it like that for the weekend. And here's the deal: I'm done for the day, and I'm done for the weekend. Tomorrow is Palm Sunday. That doesn't make any difference to me. I respect all religions. I just don't believe in any of them. I don't know. You all say yours is the best and yours the real religion and the true God and all that. So, especially when you're dealing with Jews and Christians, Jehovah is supposedly Jesus' father, and Christians believe in Jesus Christ. They worship the Son of God, not God. I don't understand any of that. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't follow religions. I think there's something out there, but it's not anything you could put a real name to. So anyhow, that's it for me today. I'll be back in a few minutes with my live video. Please hit the subscribe button. It makes me feel good. I get all tingly inside when I see a new number up there, Makes me so excited. Oh. Okay, everybody, take it easy, and I'll see those of you that watch my live video in a few minutes so you can hear the same bullshit all over again. Otherwise, I'll see you Monday, folks.